Good evening, my name is Raj Bhatia, and as our Honorable Prime Minister yesterday said that we need to lock down this country for 21 days, and that's what I'm also doing. I have locked myself down in my home, and from home I'm working and making this video for you all. And this video will concentrate on how to speak confidently, how to communicate confidently, and how to not only speak and communicate but speak and communicate effectively. Now, this video will give you a few tips, and you need to implement it to ensure that all these tips will help you. So let's get started. The very first important thing to speak confidently is to not study grammar. Yes, absolutely right. You may be wondering that what Raj is saying, but yes, that's true. Native speakers do not know grammar. Native American speakers do not know grammar 100%. They only know 20% of grammar. And we Indians, we want to learn grammar from A to Z, from 1 to 100. No. If you want to speak confidently, you do not need to know all the things in grammar. Yes, if you are going for a test, a grammar test, then you need to know everything. But you need to just know little bit about grammar. Like, you need to know overview of grammar, not inside depth. For example, you should know parts of speech, you need to know articles, you need to know subject and predicate, you need to know other aspects also, but not in depth, just a little bit. And if you know just a little bit, I'm telling you, you can speak beautifully, confidently, naturally, and fluently. So do not study grammar. Do not study grammar. Throw your grammar books. Don't worry about it. So the first tip, you go, do not study grammar. Now what to study? Study phrases. A lot of times I have observed that my students, they want to create a great vocabulary for themselves, so they study words, but only studying words won't help you. So with words, you need to study phrases. Now what are phrases? Phrases mean that you need to have certain sentences which would have then words inside it. So for example, I'm going home, I'm eating food, my car is standing down, my kid is playing. So all these phrases, if you know, that you can make hundreds and thousands of sentences absolutely perfectly. But if you only know words, then it won't help you, because then you would get confused that how to use it, how to construct sentences. So make sure that as you're learning words, along with that, you need to also study and learn phrases, very importantly. Now, the third tip which I'm going to give it to you is that do not translate. A lot of times my students translate Hindi into English, and that's where they fail. Now let me elaborate to you. Let me give an example to you. Now, how would you translate this? Maza aa raha hai. Now if you go to translate exactly the same thing which I said in Hindi into English, you could say this way: enjoyment is coming. Maza aa raha hai. Enjoyment is coming, which is absolutely wrong. That's a wrong English. The correct English is I am enjoying. So make sure that do not translate Hindi into English. If you do that, you would always make wrong sentences. Now how to speak correct English? That's the reason I said that. Learn phrases. Enjoyment is not coming, I am enjoying. That's the right phrase. So if you translate enjoyment is coming, you would always speak wrong English without even realizing that it's wrong. So make sure that do not study only words, study phrases as well, and do not translate Hindi exactly into English. Now, what do? We first, how our education system is that first we need to read, then we need to write, then we need to speak, and then it follows listening. But the correct way of learning is that first listen, then speak. That's what the kids do. They listen and they speak. So that's what we are supposed to do. If you want to speak confidently, first listen, and after listening, speak. Whatever you must have understood, just speak it out. Then read, and then write. That's my kid calling, and see, he's come, and now he is trying. He's saying, "Papa, Papa, I'm making video, beta. I'm making video. I'm making video." Now you see, he has come. All right. So very importantly, that you need to first listen, then speak, then read, and then write. And now, very importantly, submerge yourself in English. Make sure that around you there should be some people who should speak English constantly, regularly, and only then you will be able to speak fluently, because you have to create an environment that way. Now my kid is over here, and he wants me to open this. He's brought this dal. I don't know from where he has gotten this, but I will check it later on. So the last and very important thing I'm going to tell it to you is that practice makes man perfect, but perfect practice can only make you perfect. So I expect you to practice perfectly, and with this I'm going to be leaving you with a promise that I'll again come back and make another video. Thank you very much. This is Raj Bhatia signing off. Goodbye.